Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying millions of years into the past, back to the vast, sun-drenched savannas of Africa. This was a world teeming with life, a world of incredible megafauna, and a world where our earliest ancestors, the hominids, were just beginning their epic story. We often picture them battling saber-toothed cats or evading giant hyenas. But what about a threat from the sky? A predator so bizarre and terrifying it seems straight out of a fantasy novel. Get ready, because we're about to uncover the story of how our distant relatives faced off against the giant marabou stork, Leptoptelos robusta. Imagine yourself as an Australopithecus, perhaps a Lucy living around 3 million years ago. You're small, maybe only 3 to 4 feet tall. Your world is a daily struggle for survival. You spend your days foraging for roots, fruits, and insects, always keeping a watchful eye on the horizon. The rustle in the tall grass could be a lion, their shadow passing overhead, an eagle. But there's another shadow you learn to fear, a massive one cast by a bird standing nearly 6 feet tall as a modern human man and weighing a hefty 20 kilos. This isn't your average stork. This is a prehistoric monster. Leptoptelos robustus was a true giant. Fossil evidence discovered on the island of Flores, the same island famous for the habit hominid Homo floresiensis, paints a picture of a formidable predator. While those particular fossils are more recent, related giant storks roamed mainland Africa during the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs, right alongside our ancestors, like Australopithecus, with a wingspan that could have stretched over 10 feet and a beak like a massive, sharpened spear. This bird was not just a scavenger. It was an active and opportunistic hunter, and anything small enough to be swallowed was on the menu. For our early hominid ancestors, this posed a unique and terrifying threat. Think about it from their perspective. Land predators could often be spotted from a distance or by climbing a tree. But a threat from the air is different. It's silent, it's sudden, and it comes from a direction you're not always watching. A giant stork could stand motionless among the reeds by a waterhole, looking like a dead tree, only to strike with lightning speed when a hominid family came to drink. Its powerful beak wasn't just for snatching fish, it was a weapon capable of delivering a devastating, fatal blow. The most vulnerable members of any hominid group would have been the young. An Australopithecus, infant or child, would have been the perfect size for a giant stork to snatch. Imagine a mother foraging with her child clinging to her back. She turns her attention for just a moment to dig up a tasty root, and in that split second, a colossal bird swoops down, its huge shadow engulfing them before a powerful beak strikes. It's a horrifying scenario, but one that was likely a real and present danger for millions of years. This constant aerial threat would have shaped hominid behavior profoundly. How did they cope? Survival would have demanded incredible awareness and cooperation. Hominid groups would have needed to develop strategies to counter this threat. They would have learned to scan the skies as much as the grasslands. Perhaps they developed alarm calls specifically for aerial predators, a distinct shriek that sent everyone scrambling for cover under thorny acacia bushes or into rocky crevices. Staying together as a group would have been paramount. A lone hominid was an easy target, but a group could present a more formidable defense with multiple sets of eyes watching an adults able to mob or throw rocks at an approaching bird. This pressure could have been a powerful driver of a river. The need for constant vigilance and complex communication to warn of aerial threats may have spurred the development of more sophisticated social structures and even early forms of language. The cognitive challenge of tracking both ground and air predators simultaneously would have favored individuals with greater spatial awareness and problem-solving skills. Every time a young hominid survived a stork attack because of a group's warning, the genes for cooperation and intelligence were passed on. This giant bird wasn't just a monster, it was an evolutionary sculptor shaping the very minds of our ancestors. We can see echoes of this ancient battle in the behavior of primates today. Vervet monkeys, for example, have distinct alarm calls for leopards, snakes, and eagles. It's highly probable that our ancestors had a similar, if not more, rudimentary system. The fear of things that swoop from the sky is deeply ingrained in our primate brain. This wasn't just about finding food and avoiding lions. It was a three-dimensional chess game of survival, and the giant stork was a powerful piece on the board. Its presence meant that safety was never guaranteed, not even in the open plains under a clear blue sky. The world of our ancestors was far more complex and dangerous than we can fully comprehend. Every waterhole, every open patch of savanna, held potential danger from all directions. The giant stork, Leptopilus robustus, represents one of the most dramatic and often overlooked of these dangers. It was a 6-foot-tall, spear-beaked terror that hunted our family from the skies. The next time you see a modern stork, take a moment to imagine its prehistoric cousin and appreciate the incredible intelligence, cooperation, and sheer luck that allowed our tiny ancestors to survive and eventually thrive in a world filled with giants. They survived so that we could be here today telling their incredible story. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey back in time. It's a humbling reminder of the long and perilous road our species has traveled. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into our planet's amazing past. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'll see you in the next one.